Hi everyone, I'm Allie with the Potomac Bead Company. Thanks for joining us for another one of our YouTube live casts. If you don't have time to catch the whole thing too, you can also choose to view it later on. We'll actually update it into our YouTube videos as well, and we'll be touching on some things. And again, this is interactive, so if you have any questions or comments, on the bottom of your page right here is the Twitter as well as the hashtag. Also, you can message us on Facebook too, or you can even go to our YouTube and we'll find your comments on there as well. So again, thanks a lot for joining us, and welcome to those of you that it's your first time. Those of you coming back and joining us again, thank you very much for joining us. Again, we're going to be going over some projects today, some recent videos. I'm going to show you some of the different things that we've been working on to get you guys a lot of videos. We've been doing a lot of holiday videos. I touched on those a lot last week with some of the different holiday videos that we've been doing, some of the idea suggestions, and also I'm going to go over with you some of the new products that we've gotten in recently, as well as some of the new, like I said, the new classes and the new YouTube videos as well. So to get started, basically what I'm going to do is talk to you about some of our new products that we've gotten. That way we'll let people kind of join in, and then after I'm done talking about some of the new products that we've gotten in, then we can talk about some of our projects that we'll be doing. Some of the new projects or products that we've just gotten in and we've just got shipped to us just recently are some buttons that were made and manufactured in the Czech Republic. So these buttons here, which I'll give you a better view of that for us later on. But right now we have them started in 5 colors, and we think that they'll be popular and match a lot with the different projects that we're doing. We're calling them a cup button, and they have 2 holes right in the center, just like a regular button would be. You could use them as regular buttons too, just to kind of add a little variety to some of your projects or some of your other crafts or knitting projects or felt projects. They have 2 holes in them. We wanted to make them 2-hole beads, so that way they would get a little bit more variety, a little bit of the finish on it. The resolution you can see better on some of our other YouTube videos. And then we also have a jade Picasso as well, which is a little bit greener turquoise color. And again, they have that nice kind of cup shape to them. So when you're looking at them, if I hold them on my finger here, they almost look like a contact lens for those of you that wear contacts. They're about the exact same size, and they have a little curvature to them. And again, they have 2 holes. We're going to be selling these in packs of 5 that you can either get the different colors in packs of 5. When we sell them in packs of 5, we'll have them available in the stores as well as online. You can buy multiple packs and do whole projects with them, or you can do them as clasps as well. So that's kind of your idea. They'll be $2.99 for most of the colors. The jade Picasso, they have a little bit more of a process that they have to do to make the finish on that. So those will be $3.99 for the pack of 5 when they come near you. Some projects that I've been doing with them lately, there's a video online for making earrings out of buttons. I actually used some of the prototypes that the factory sent to us to make that video. I believe there were purple ones and black ones that I did them with. Those were samples that were sent to us as we were waiting to get the buttons in. And then most recently we've uploaded a video that just has them use the whole way around on a bracelet. It's nice again because it is a button shape, that you can use it as your clasp. So for this bracelet here, I used it as my clasp, and then I used it as my beads going along too. I used that crystal cowl or crystal Labrador here, and I made that then the whole clasp of the button right on there. So this is a new YouTube video that we have on using this cup, or what I was referring to before we actually named them a cup button. So we changed them from being a cup to a bowl, or a bowl to a cup, sorry, a little bit smaller there. So bowl to a cup, and you can really play around with them. I did 2 different samples with those and having different beads inside. In addition to that, I'll show you a little bit later. I'm gonna pick some beads here that I have off to the side, and I'm gonna show you how to use 2 wires just to make them into bead caps as well. So they'll cap right on, right on the top of a bead here, and right there, they almost look like a little hat on this bead. You can use them. This is a 12mm bead. They'll fit better on a 10mm bead that they'll sit kind of right inside. Here's a 10 for you that they'll sit right inside of that. So you can kind of cap those and make them a little bit more decorative as well. And I'll show you how to use those 2 holes when going into 1 hole for those different buttons. Those just came from the Czech Republic, and like I said, we can get them in tons of different colors, tons of different finishes. So if you guys have different finishes or different colors that you'd like to see, let us know, and we would like to get them for you. Again, we do have to get them manufactured, so they take a little time. So things that you request specialty from us, we try to get made, we try to get manufactured for you. These were a struggle to get. We contacted a number of different of our suppliers, as well as a number of different factories. And like I said, I was hoping that they had some facets around the outside. Hopefully, maybe we can get to that point, but we do need to sell a lot of these in order to get them faceted, because they're done by hand and they are hand faceted. So those are the buttons that we've gotten in this most recent shipment. They're not even online yet. They will be later on today, or tonight I should say, early tomorrow morning. They'll be online for purchase, and then we'll also be shipping them out to our stores. So if you live near one of our stores and you'd like to see them, make sure you let them know, so that way if they don't already have them, they can contact us and we can. We have to get them made in really large quantities, longer for it to live stream. So if you want to, you can also rewind a few minutes or just pause it, give it some time to buffer, and then start with us again. So you'll be joining us just like a minute behind, but that way you won't have to get that lag and that constant interruption that's happening. We want to make sure to upload this in HD for you, so you have a high quality, especially when I come back down to the bead mat and work with my hands. It's going to give you guys a better view of what we're doing. We try to record all of our video online in HD as well. So make sure that you can, even if you stop with us, you can ask questions that we can answer. Again, the Twitter is right there, Potomac Beads, or the hashtag Potomac Live. You can also just automate it. Most of the process is still done by hand. There's tons and tons to a previous location and then somewhere to string. So there's a lot of hands that get stone, and we also have more coming in our pewter selection as well. So again, both for those items that are $2.49, it seems astronomical to me that that's the cost that we're getting it for, with the amount of labor and the labor intense process that actually goes into it. In addition to our buttons and our Czech glass shipment, we've been busy with doing some new YouTube videos. One of the new YouTube videos, and some of you may have checked it out already, is one that is a triple strand shambala bracelet, we've called it, or it can be a triple strand macrame bracelet. It's a really great way to use a lot of beads in not a super lot of space, basically. And it's going to give you a paper article that was written about them, a publication in the paper that use fun wire working. Check out some of our other videos. You can make them something fun out of it, or you can even make them something as simple as just a stretchy bracelet to wear, made with your paper beads here going all the way around. So they're a really neat gift idea. Also makes a great idea for teachers, because you're always looking for gifts for red as your delicas and then green as your earrings, or green as your berries. So it's kind of up to you. You can even make them look a little bit less wreathish with doing different colors, but this wreath video was just uploaded too. So if you haven't checked that out, this one is available online as well that you can make. Keep in mind, anything that we show you, we tend to do a lot of bracelet and earring videos. Most of these can be adapted, that most of the time you can adapt to different sizes, you can make different things out of it. Videos, I've also going to be is an even count, so it's a little bit off center with it's here that I just got in. You is how to, that we have the snowflake video, and you can view it on our YouTube channel. It's used silvery coating. And then again, you can check out another YouTube. Was a simple or 4 millimeter or 2 beads and make a, so we have a whole separate channel for polymer clay that works on that polymer. In addition to that, the tree would be a infinity no sewing scarf, so we'll have that on to the polymer or the Potomac crafts as well. So keep an eye for it before Christmas, and hopefully that helped the budget for those of you that already have your gift stuff in the last minute, and go from there. One thing I know that I've always done last minute, literally Christmas Eve, I usually make the gift that I'm going to give my grandma. Whenever I start beading thread, I always like to start off with a wing pound test, however you want to refer to it. I'm just going to create a little bit of an arm's length because I can tie onto the extra project, and that way I don't have to pull as much through for you to see. I'm going to cut off that arm's length of thread just with my scissors here. Once I cut it off, I take my needle nose pliers and I'm going to flatten out that thread. So I'm flattening out the very, very end of my thread, and what that's going to do is help me thread my needle very, very nicely. So it fans out the end of the thread, and then when I pick up my needle, and a good little tip is to keep your needles in an empty seed bead container. I've bought needle containers. I know one of our customers slash sometimes employee in Chambersburg. This is from another project that I forgot to mention. Off a good 10 inches on the side of the stop bead. That way you have enough thread that you up towards my long piece of thread, cording ready here to go. So I'm going to move some things off my bead. And what I'm going to be laying out then for you to see here is I'm going to be laying out 2 piles of my and some other seed beads as well. And I'm going to use that wine color seed beads. So give me 1 second, I'll locate some white ones. I just realized here the ones that I set up with are 15 O's, so I need some 11 O's instead. I bin at the top that, and we'll look for the white ones. So I'm setting out 2 piles. Again, because I'm doing a pattern, I need to make sure blue beads. Next row is a white, 5 blue, and then it ends in a white. So they would lay out that pattern as well. I'm just going to cross off as I go. That's how I work easily with the pattern. There's also a quick start peyote little gizmo that they sell. I don't think it's really all that great, but it's only $2.99 or $1.99, so it's kind of in that wine color. Once 15 beads every row after that, and your card here, and lift right through the, skip the last bead that I put on, pull nice and tight. I'm going to skip 12 and I'm going to go back through 11. So I'm always going back, doing that the entire length of my project. Pulling nice and tight. My needle for this whole row, for row 3, is going towards that stop bead. Bead that you're going to add, and then when you get closest to my stop bead, sewing after each row pattern. So we'll have that up and available. If you do want to take the time, you can draw kind of little numbers on, pick up some at random here. One's going to go through the middle. What you're going to do is create a Y with your thread. I'm going to put another needle on my end here. You can really kind of make them look exactly like you want them to be, and you can design them however you want. And that